a 1 and a 2 on it, and then at the end I'm going to ask you 2 questions. So just put that aside, because if you want to take notes on your sticky note, you just need 1 available for the evaluation. So just peel off 1, put a 1 and a 2, put it aside, that will be for the evaluation. At the end I'm going to be doing a raffle. I'm going to be giving away a pretty amazing prizes. We'll be giving away 10. Let's see, how many are in the audience? 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so we have about 13. So practically everyone's going to get one. So it's a great opportunity. It is e-Write Steps for 1 year at no charge, which is $575 value. And it's for one of your teachers, so be thinking of a teacher that you would like to give it to. This is not going to be an infomercial, this session. This session is going to be giving you practical tools, but as we go through, you'll hear a tiny bit about Write Steps. And so that'll be something I'll do with the information that you provide here. So if you wanted to start filling that out when you have time, and then at the end, I'll collect those, and we'll do the raffle. And a lot of you are going to be lucky winners, so that will be that. And let's see, any other housekeeping items? Oh, on the front of your handout packet, you have 2 handout packets. And they're going to be a little hard to discern from. Actually, they won't be all that hard, because you have one that has a blank open space. Everyone see that? And I'm going to have you, because I'm leaving early, if you have any questions that come up, I'm going to give you my cell phone number as well. So above the 1-800 number, write this number, 734-834-4889. So that's 4898. 734-834-4889. Okay? And so if you have any questions that come up, feel free to ask me. But you have 2 handouts. What's that? You all set?
We're not seeing the second handout.
We don't have a second handout.
Okay. Okay, we'll get it for you, no problem. So there's a second handout, and it looks like this. It was because there was a little bit of a mistake, and we sent the people that copied them for us the wrong one, and I thought instead of go to waste, you can give this to your teachers. So this is more of a teacher handout. This one has 15-day all-grade access on the front of it. That's not the handout that we're going to be using today. So just put this one aside. It looks like this, everyone. Put this one aside, and this will be for your teachers that you can give them. We're going to be working from the handout that looks like this, the one that has the blank front, okay? All right, super. Well, before I kind of just fill you in a little bit on me, you are all lead learners. You're all CEOs of your buildings. You're in charge of parents, you're in charge of students, you're in charge of support staff. I mean, your job is enormous. And so today it's going to be giving you real solutions that you can go back and use tomorrow in your buildings. The first part, I'm going to be stressing the importance of writing, which I'm going to show some data and some facts and talk about the Common Cores along with that. And then the second part, I really want to speed through that first part. The second part is going to be giving you real solutions on how to hold your teachers accountable and support them for the Common Core. All right, so just a quick about me. I definitely was a teacher. I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now if I hadn't been in the classroom. And I was struggling with writing. I taught everything kindergarten through 5th grade, and I just found it to be the most challenging subject. Would you all agree that writing is one of the hardest subjects to teach when you were a teacher, or even now from what you're hearing from your teachers? For sure. And so I started, I had an amazing principal who I'm going to be talking about throughout the session, Sue Burnham, and she knew we needed to do something. We had to take writing as an initiative. And so we did, and we read, studied, did book studies of practically every kind of program or philosophy that was out there. Through that time, I gained a passion. I started having a lot of success. People started noticing. I started presenting. And then kind of one thing led to another, and teachers said, you've got a package, what's working for you? And I did. And then now I have a team, and now we have Write Steps. And so it's been an amazing journey, and it's really helping teachers and really helping students, and that's, you know, a wonderful mission to stand for. A great quote there that I love And you know, since it's my second only time, excuse me, I normally don't need notes at all to present, but since, you know, this is, I know the material, but sometimes it's also good a guide on your side, right? You've been there before when you've presented something new. So let's go on to the next slide here. Definitely, this quote is great. It demonstrates that writing definitely is a critical skill, not only for college career, but it's also considered a threshold skill. Welcome. That it's not only for employment, but also promotion. And so you'll see from, and that was from the National Commission of Writing, for which I have some data and quotes. A couple things about your handout packet that I want to mention before I move on. There is a page in here for you to take notes when I get to the tools section, giving you tools. I'm going to be giving you 6 specific tools that you can use, and this is where you can take notes. There is one mistake. If you could just, where everyone see the check mark on this page? It looks like this. Everyone seeing that? Make sure you have a handout packet. If you don't, there's plenty up here. Okay, everyone find the check mark? Write frequency check instead of drop-ins. It just got repeated there. Okay, so we'll be coming to that page. Writing definitely extends far beyond the classroom. And it's a lifelong skill, and that's why we're saying it's a threshold skill. It's what can either make or break somebody into getting a position or getting a promotion. Regardless of whether somebody is a blue-collar worker or a white-collar worker, they're both saying that writing is important in their careers. And so, you know, that goes back to, we're not teaching students to just be good writers in the classroom. We're teaching them to be lifelong writers because it is such a lifelong skill. And 13%, you can see, no big surprise there, white-collar workers said that it was even more important in their jobs. And so this should definitely drive home the importance of, we can't wait. We have to start doing Common Core writing now and start having teachers teach the Common Core writing. We can't wait until 2014, 2015 with the PARC tests that you all will be encountering. And so you'll see as we go through that message again. Anyone see the picture above? What would you guess that date is? I know it's kind of hard, but I was trying to guess. 50s, 40s?
50s,
60s, 60s? That's kind of what I was thinking. Anyone remember that time period? No? Yeah, some of you? Okay. Well, you know better than any of us how much education has changed, right? So not only is technology the catalyst of change right now in education, but besides tech, it's the Common Cores are one of the biggest educational changes that we've had in years, right? We now have a national curriculum. That's a pretty amazing thing. The standards definitely go deeper. So for example, in kindergarten, students are now being asked to write an opinion piece and using digital tools to publish it. Yes, it may be a picture, it may be a word, it may be a sentence in kindergarten, but still for many teachers, this is brand new for them. They've never taught opinion writing in kindergarten. And so not only is technology changing, but these Common Cores are going to change the way our teachers approach teaching writing. What is the only thing constant in life? Change. That's right. I did a PD with a bunch of teachers, and I asked that same question, and one teacher spoke up, and she said laundry. Yeah, she was definitely onto something, right? You know, that is true. But as we go through this session, I'm going to be giving you tools to help you with the changes that the Common Cores are going to bring about to assist you and support you as the lead learner leader. Say that 3 times fast, right? Lead learner leader. And the tools that you're going to be given are tools that you can use to help build a writing community, because that's where it's all about, right? Building that writing community to then drive the test scores. So, I didn't want to show you yet. The Common Core is a national curriculum. Yes, we know that. But now, do you happen to know what other states have a national curriculum? Because we have some catching up to do. This is our first time having a national curriculum. There's countries that have had national curriculums forever. So anyone want to take a guess at some? And then I'll show you in a minute. Just shout it out. Wait.
Germany?
Germany? Okay. What else?
Japan.
Okay.
China.
Okay. You ready to see them? Okay. There's probably going to be more than you ever thought of. So if you'd like to write these down, go for it. I'll pause to give you a chance because they're going to come up. So England, Norway, Wales, Northern Ireland, Netherlands, Korea, China, Japan, that was said, Italy, Jordan, Portugal, France, Singapore, New Zealand. Quite a few, isn't it? So, and now we can add ourselves, almost, right? Not all states have joined on, but very close. So those are the states that have this national curriculum, and I think definitely the benefits of having a national curriculum is that everyone's on the same page. There aren't states that have super rigorous high standards compared to states who have maybe not as high standards, and then we're comparing test scores that really don't. You know, I mean, I think that it's going to behoove us to do more sharing now too of curriculum and what's working, because now we're all on the same page. Can I move on? Any questions on that? Okay. So let me just back up a little bit. Today's not going to be about the 5 W's of the Common Cores for writing. It's not going to be the who, what, where, when, why. Okay, it's going to be about the H, the how. So today it's going to be answering the question about how do I improve test scores while building a writing community? How do I support and hold teachers accountable to the writing Common Cores? So we're going to go over the hows here. The next thing, let me get my iPad. I won't be talking to Dad here. There we go. All right, so the self-assessment you have in your handout. It looks like this. Sorry, the pages aren't numbered here. This is a principal self-assessment checklist. What I'd like to do is I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to fill it out. No one else is going to see this but you. So this is an opportunity for you to really answer the questions honestly and reflect on your own, not with a partner. This is an individual activity. Okay, before you get started, let me just mention a couple things. The reason why you're doing this self-reflection is for the session, because the session is totally based on these questions. That's one thing. It's also a chance for you to self-reflect, of course, and set goals. When you are done, if you could fill this out for the raffle, and then I'm going to model a classroom management tip. Do any of you don't have to raise your hand, but just think about it, do any of you have kind of what I call yellers or screamers, teachers in your building that are screaming to get kids' attention? Not very effective, right? I'm going to model something after about 5 or so minutes when it looks like people are done. I'm going to count to 10. I'm going to count down from 10. When I get to 0, I need your eyes on me and your pencils down, or pens down, whatever, okay? And then we'll talk about afterwards the effect of that, okay, and how that's good for your teachers. All right, so go ahead and take about 5 minutes to fill this out, fill out the raffle, and then listen for the 0 to be ready at 0.